Greetings, Benjamin J. from BENZTRAINZ with another in the series. Well, as you see, another delivery from eBay. This is a Marx 595 and a tin litho tender. Found this on eBay for $10. I was the only bidder on this. So, just got here. A bit of damage on the box. So hopefully it was not damaged in shipping. Anyway, I actually bought this for the shell rather than the motor. Now, it says that it runs, but it only runs forward, and it has no E unit. So I'm not exactly sure why it wouldn't have an E unit. It has a full-size motor. All right, no peanuts. That's always good. All right, this is the tender. Standard tin litho tender, as you see. Has, wow, both sets of wheels, but it is somewhat tweaked. Not terribly, but definitely tweaked. All right, so now let's turn our attention to the locomotive. Now this is actually in fairly decent condition, as you see. Get this out of the way. Full-size single reduction motor, turns easily enough. I'm just curious to why they said it runs forward only. It says it has no E unit. So I don't know whether it's been bypassed or if it doesn't have an E unit. It has a headlight in it, I can see it. All right, first thing we're going to do is add a couple of drops of oil, as usual. So, 1 drop of oil on the bearing on the brush plate, and 1 big drop of oil on the bearing on the output shaft. All right, good enough. All right, a little camera off the tripod, take a look at this thing. So a Marx 595, as you see, in fairly decent condition. No great amount of abuse or play wear, no damage to it. It's got one spot on the corner right there that is dented, but that's easy enough to fix. Anyway, it's on the outside rail. Let's turn the power on and see if this actually runs. It does, and it runs forward and reverse. Now, I have no idea why they said it ran forward only. Oh, I see. There's a problem right there. So that needs to be tightened up. Huh. Well, it's running forward and reverse. Huh. So, without further ado, let's put this on the rail and take it around. I've got 8 cars here on a Lionel Consist. All right. Marx 595 eBay, $10. I was the only bidder on this. Wow. Well, as you see, that's running just absolutely perfectly. Even has a working headlight. So why they said it runs forward only, I have no idea. That's very likely why no one else bid on it. They said no E unit. So it's definitely sticking. But there's definitely an E unit in it, no doubt. As you see. Yeah, it's definitely sticking. Huh. So I guess it was stuck in forward all the time that they tested it, if they tested it. No idea. Anyway, $10 on eBay. I was the only bidder on this. As you see, it's running perfectly. So I'll spray some WD-40 up into that E unit, see if that breaks it loose. But it is working, so it was definitely worth the $10. The wheels are worth $10. I actually bought it for the shell. I was going to put that 6-volt electric motor in that shell. but I decided to use that 897 shell instead. So in any case, a Marx 595 with an original tin litho tender, $10 on eBay, and I haven't had to do anything to this. Yep, E-unit is sticky. But as you see, it was definitely worth the $10. There's no doubt about that. Now that's about 30% power pulling 8 Lionel cars. So it runs good. No doubt about that. It was definitely worth $10. Like I said, I was the only bidder on this. So I'll pull that motor out, clean it, lube it, tune it, lubricate that E-unit. I'm sure that's what the problem is. I have to tighten up those rear tabs on the motor mount where the tab and slot mounts. That is loose. But as you see, this is running just absolutely perfectly. No problem with this at all. Even has a working headlight. So a Marx 595 with an original tin litho tender, $10 on eBay. Really difficult to beat that. Like I said, it said no E-unit. It runs forward only. So I figured if nothing else, I could use the motor for parts, but it was a shell that I actually wanted. Like I said, I was going to put that 6-volt motor in it, but I used that 897 instead. Well, this is running splendidly. There's no problem with this motor at all. Headlight works. Shell's in really decent condition. The tender itself is, it's better than fair. But it was definitely worth $10. There's no doubt about that. In fact, I was looking forward to its arrival so I could pull it apart to find out why it didn't have an E-unit in it. I figured someone had probably pulled the E-unit out or bypassed it. But in this case, as you see, it's working absolutely perfectly. That being a relative term, it needs to be lubricated and cleaned. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with this locomotive at all. So why was I the only bidder? I have no idea. So that's running perfectly. No problem at all. I haven't even done anything to it yet except 2 drops of oil. So I'll pull the motor out. I got to tighten up that rear plate where the motor mounts. Clean the contactor, the brushes, the armature, get it lubed, tuned, lubricate that E-unit. It's going to be a great addition to the collection. $10 on eBay, and I was the only bidder. I have absolutely no idea why. As you see, that locomotive is running just absolutely splendidly. It's smooth, it's quiet, it has plenty of power. That's 30% power. E-unit's beginning to work now, as you see. Excuse me. So it's probably just been sitting for years and years. Anyway, I just wanted to do a quick video unboxing this thing. I didn't know what to expect from their description. It sounded absolutely terrible, which is very likely why no one bought it or bid on it. Anyway, $10 with the tender. So this is going to be a great addition to the collection. It runs good, it looks nice, there's no damage to it. One slight dent on the far side of the cab, but that's easy to fix. So I'll do a follow-up on this once I get it cleaned up, sorted out. But as you see, it was definitely worth the $10. So I gotta say it, don't overlook the junk. $10 on eBay, I was the only bidder, and I've done nothing to this thing. 2 drops of oil, nothing else. Even has a working headlight. E-unit's beginning to work now. It runs smooth and quiet. It's undamaged except for that little dent on the end of the cab roof. This is running just absolutely splendidly. So anyway, I just want to do a quick unboxing video. $10 on eBay, Marx 595 with a tin litho tender, up and running. So just a quick video. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email, BENZTRAINZ@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.